talking about Kino-san, you want to work with other artists in the future? I
Yeah,
mean, I don't know. I know you wrote for the Gazette. Also, you help them, right?
correct. I've written stuff for the Gazette. I've helped
So,
again with
do you have plans to work with other ones?
so actually this year I've decided that's going to be something I'm going to try and do. I haven't, I've held off from talking to anyone really superstar famous about doing anything. I don't really know why I waited, but I have waited. But this year I think I'm going to start approaching some people to do some collaborations on my side for my stuff. I am going to start to try and do that. I have a couple of, I can't say it just yet, but I have a couple of things I'm thinking about doing like this. But at the moment, because I don't have a fixed singer in my band, I'm able to
Hmm.
talk to other people, talk to other artists and have them.
Work with other one.
Yeah, I would actually like to work with a guitarist as well. I'm actually thinking about working with a guitarist to make some demos. So it'll sound a little bit more like guitar oriented. Most of my stuff is quite
Hmm.
electronic. There's guitars, but not, it's more electronic. I have a couple of ideas that I want to try with guitars. Actually, this is super secret, just for you. um,
Thank you.
I actually want to try and make a big ballad, like a big Japanese ballad, a big song that's, you know, like a Celine Dion type Japanese sounding kayo kyoku sounding song. Think of like Ayaka or Ikimonogakari or anyone like this who make
Oh,
those.
wow, yes. I love them.
I'm going to try and do one of those this year at some point. And I'd like to have a guitarist to help me to do that. I'm going to do it with proper pianos, real drums, and see if we can do it. And I want to do Japanese lyrics. And so there is where I want to have someone famous do the Japanese lyrics, a really famous person. So for example, the Gazette, if I could talk to them and see if they want to do the lyrics for the song. I mean, that's a weird example maybe, but you know what I mean? Someone like this, I'm going to approach some people this year to do that. So yeah, I will try this year.
You know, my dream right now, I want to work with someone. You know, I told you on Instagram, in
Yeah.
fact, I would like to work with Petit Miller. You know, I love Petit Miller so much. And I think you, both of you guys have like the same concept about music. I don't know. I think if you both work together, you create an amazing song. I think so. Well, I would like to work with her. In my point of view, it will be awesome, but I don't know. It's just my point of view.
I am most people who write music are very comfortable saying, "Hey, yeah, let's try something, see what happens." And I'm
Mhm.
perfectly happy to try and do that. I think that's an awesome idea. Actually, I will say this now. I have about 3 projects now online like this, where we're making
Mhm.
stuff, we're talking and doing online things. It's exactly this process. It's on Zoom. I send over an idea, they send it back, or it's the other way around. Three projects right now are happening. And actually the artwork for Never Coming Down, which is I don't know if you've seen it, it's a kind of an anime style picture. I'm working with Kino right now to make a little video sequence using that footage. So she has that now in Canada doing it, and she's going to be sending it back to me here in Tokyo. I'm
Wow.
working online, doing this all online, 100%. And it works when you have an open mind and you're ready to try some things. It works. So I'd be very happy to do that. Well, I will take your advice though about making the explanation of how to make songs. I'm going to really seriously consider that, especially as now everyone's going to go into lockdown. So no one's going to be out. Everyone's going to be on their computers, and maybe it makes sense to make
Yes.
something, and just provide a bit of support. You know, the other day when Maradona died, I was really sad about that. I was really sad, and I didn't realize how sad until he died. It really hit me. But my timeline on Facebook and Instagram, no one was talking about it. It was like all my friends, they just didn't care, and I felt quite sad about that actually. It was so profound for me, but no one else knew anything. They just didn't, it just didn't matter to them. And I wanted to be somewhere where everyone felt the same thing. So
Okay, yes.
this year and next year, and definitely last year, it was about being close in your communities and looking after each other and being a bit more, bonded. Um, that was really important. So I think maybe being able to teach how to make songs and how to connect to songs and how music comes together, and then maybe that helps you to make something or build something, design something, that could be quite good. So I'm thinking about that. You know, he's like top three. For me, he's the greatest footballer. He is the greatest.
Hmm.
Uh, and so for me, just as a football fan, and even just as a sport fan, it was really important to me. So at the beginning of last year, I don't know if you remember, Kobe Bryant died, the basketball player.
Hmm.
I have no
Yes.
particular interest in Kobe Bryant, but I know how important he is for basketball and for Black people and for, you know, multiple reasons why he is an exceptional, iconic person in sport, you know. So when that happened, I was like, oh, you know, that's terrible. He was with his daughter. I mean, the whole thing is very sad. And for millions of people on my timeline, everyone was talking about it, you know. But then
Yes.
Maradona, nothing. And it's like, well, that's interesting. I
Say
don't,
what?
but
Why?
seemed a bit strange. Yeah, you know, that was quite sad. So for me, that was a strange one. And I realized that there was a disconnect for me in my world right now. There's a disconnect with the people that I'm connected to and what is really important to me. And I worried that there were other people that felt the same thing. They didn't have a way to talk about something. And that's probably true for lots of things that you care about. I know we always talk about the shows. You love Riverdale, right? So much, and you talk about it a lot.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, I love Rory.
You love it.
Yes.
Right? So I don't know if many people in your network also love it or if you're the only one. But wouldn't it be nice?
No.
Lots of people who love it. It feels good, right? It feels good to be part of a community.
Just share that
Yeah.
feeling, the fan feeling, right?
Yeah.
The emotion, or I don't know. Yes, I understand that. Yeah,
Yeah. And
it's
your love of
I,
Tommy is the same. I completely understand
yes.
why you love her so much and why you love everything that she does and her whole world. I absolutely understand that feeling. Absolutely understand it. That's how I used to look at TV in Japan. When I first came to Japan, I'm seeing all the artists on TV, Japanese artists, and they have a back band behind them. And a lot of the back band was foreign people. And so I'm looking at them going, I can do that. I'd love to do that. How do I do that? And I was in Kyoto at the time. I wasn't in Tokyo. So I guessed that it must be a Tokyo thing. You have to move to Tokyo to get the jobs in music. And so that's what I did. I moved from Kyoto, which for me is the most beautiful city in the world. It's the best place on earth, Kyoto, for me.
I have been in Kyoto sometimes, and it's very beautiful. But I prefer Tokyo sometimes. I don't know why, but I prefer
No, I
Tokyo.
understand that. Tokyo is more exciting and vibrant, and it's cool.
Yes,
The reason for Kyoto for me is because when I first came to Japan, I was in Kyoto, so my heart it's
in
Kyoto.
Kyoto.
Tokyo is an incredible city.
Yes, landscapes are so beautiful.
Oh, it's awesome, awesome,
Yes,
and all the opportunities for music, all of them are Tokyo. You cannot do it from Kyoto. So here I am, you know. But if I could, I would travel every day from Kyoto, you know. But you know, that's what happened. I sent demos off to Tokyo and they all said, love it, but if you're not in Tokyo, we can't help you. And the same for Tommy. Tommy was in Kyoto. I think she loves Kyoto, loved living in.
yes. I have a friend, Japanese friend, and her mom. It's I think neighborhood of Tommy.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, I know. I think you know her. Well, I don't know if I can say her name because you know
Don't worry.
Japanese
Don't,
rules.
don't if
But
you can't. Sure, sure.
she lives. Well, her mom lives as neighborhood of Tommy. Tommy mom.
That's
Hmm.
great. I mean, we played the same
Yes.
show. We played the same, you know, same state places in Kyoto. I know all the live houses and clubs that she played. I've played them all as well. It's really cool, you know, to think about that. I mean, she became a superstar, of course, but she started
Yeah.
in the same places where I was going, and that's what happened. You know, she had to move to Tokyo to become the next stage of her career, and that's important to do.
But Kyoto is beautiful, beautiful,
Kyoto's a
beautiful.
beautiful place. It's beautiful.
Yes. I think I love it. Even though I don't know a lot about Kyoto as Tokyo,
Next
but
time you come,
it's good.
I will give you the thing about Kyoto is you have to want to go to relax.
Yes,
Tokyo is about excitement and Kyoto is calm down. It's
down. Yes, my best friend, my Japanese best friend, lives in Kyoto, and she always take me to beautiful temples, and
yeah,
well, I think it's very relaxing.
yeah, you know, for a relaxing time, Kyoto. That's
Kyoto.
and so one day, you know, maybe to retire or something, you know, in 30 years time or something, maybe Kyoto is more appealing than Tokyo because Tokyo is for young people. Tokyo is
Also,
cool.
Sendai, it's very very quiet city.
That's right.
Sendai on
That's right.
Fukushima. Yeah, yeah, if you let me, can I ask you question
Cool.
from
Yeah.
Tommy fans to you?
Sounds
I don't
good.
know if you want. It's all right.
Sounds
They
good.
told me I
Good.
can ask. So if you don't want to answer one, just tell me
If I
I don't
can't,
want.
I won't. And if I can,
Yes. So the first one is nowadays your friendship with Tommy continue?
sure, sure. So the pandemic has changed everything, of course. This
Mhm.
last year has been very difficult for most people. Um, Tommy is not really a touring artist. That's not really what she does. Her niche is different. So for example, for touring artists, someone like Taylor Swift, who's always traveling around the world and playing shows,
Yes.
that stopped completely. And she had to redesign what she was going to do and what she was going to start doing from now on. So she did this last year. She made 2 albums in lockdown, and they were very different to what her normal stuff was. Basically, it's a complete rebrand. I think Tommy is doing the same. She's thinking now, okay, who am I in 2021? Who was I in 2020? And what am I going to do next? I think that's where she is. So she's thinking about what the next stage is for her career and for her life.
Whoa, whoa. You know, I told you on Instagram that many people, the many Tommy fans are very worried about her because she just disappeared some for a long time on Twitter or on the social media. Then she wrote on her blog that well, she right now it's tired about reading news about the pandemic, people die. So she decided to disappear from the social media.
Yeah.
But right now, as what you tell us, it's like, well, she will back in I don't know when, but she thinking back in the music.
My
She's not going to leave the music, right?
I don't think so. My opinion is that Tommy is a songwriter. She loves making music. She's a very interesting person. I mean, she's different to normal to she's an interesting person, Tommy. She's sort of I remember the catchphrase she had for the show, the tour that we did. It was something like, I can't remember exactly the words now, but it was something like, the doors will open when I feel like it, not the doors will open at 8 p.m. It was the doors will open
Okay.
when I say so. That's how
Oh
she is.
wow.
It's like when I want it to be. That's the doors open when I feel like it. I think it was the name of the diner, the ice cream diner that she was making. And the open
Okay.
times are not 9 to 5. The open
Ah
times
yes,
when I feel like
it was for Christmas.
it. Okay, was it Christmas?
Uh, yes, House of Tommy.
That's
It
it.
only opens
That's
when I
what
am in mood.
House of
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
exactly it. I remember being there when we came. I don't want to say it was me. I'm pretty sure it was me, but I remember when we were there coming up with that. We were trying to
Mhm.
fit it into the phrase. It was too long. We had to make it short to fit into just like this small thing. So the English isn't right. It's like a little bit of a grammar mistake, but it looks really good. It fits really well. So I said
Yeah.
that fits good. But that is perfect because that's Tommy branding perfectly there. When I want to, I'll do it. Other artists are not
Okay.
like that. Other artists they're different to this. And so many are like this. But anyway, Tommy is very like this.
So it's like she
Way.
takes her own decisions.
She basically
She
thinks,
decide when, she decide when not,
I
like
think
that.
so. And that's her branding, that's her style. That's a bit of fun she has. So I think she'll be back. I think she needs always has things to say. And for
Mhm.
sure, last year, lots of people went off social media. Selena Gomez, she left for a while, came back. Ed Sheeran, I think, quit last year. I think through last year he decided that's it. I'm not doing it anymore. Um, Mostly because of the abuse he was getting. But yeah, you're right. This year, the news has just been just insane.
Sad.
Just
Yes.
just insane. And if you're in the wrong echo chamber on your Twitter feed and you get the wrong news, the wrong stuff, noise, it can be very, very unfortunate.
Rest.
I don't
Yes.
know. I just
Yes.
don't feel it. I don't consume social media in a way that makes me feel sad, I think. But having said that, like I said, Maradona, he was a great footballer. 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 He was a gre no one was celebrating it on my timeline. And I did think, wow,
Yes.
even me, and I'm fairly aware of what I'm doing and what the situation is on social media. Taking it too seriously is a bit of a, you've got to be careful, you know. But even me, I'm like, that is quite interesting that no one is everyone okay? Is really what I was thinking. So you're right
Yes,
in
and
terms of Tommy, to think that when she's not there for suddenly.
also the problem with the social media, I think, is that you, as an artist or famous people, you will find good comments, good fans, and also you will find the haters, right? The
Yeah,
comments that it's make you depressed, like, I don't know, like,
I
I
had
hate your music, your songs, or I hate Maradona. I don't know, he
that's right.
deserved this.
Yeah,
Yes, right.
I had
Yeah.
one
So
yesterday. I had a guy yesterday go, I hate this. Why did you put it up? And
but
he's come
there's
to my channel to like, he's wasted his time, his precious time,
this.
writing something. I guess it makes him feel better. But I understand why someone like Tommy will look at that and be hurt. I understand that. I don't care. I really don't. You just, I, if he wants to waste his time doing that, that's absolutely fine. I care about
Haters gonna hate. Yes,
potatoes gonna potate. Yeah. Just
exactly.
focus on the people who really do like what you do, because not everyone will ever like everything that you do. There are millions of people who hate Taylor Swift. There are millions who love Taylor Swift. Just focus on the millions who love you, you know? Um,
Yeah, it's complicated. Life in an
it is
artist is
complicated. It
complicated.
is. But the like I said before, if you're truly authentic and happy with what you do, it actually doesn't matter. It won't affect you too much if you can really, really think that way. Um, it just doesn't bother me. If I mean, I can't say it doesn't bother me. I don't care enough to worry about it. Put it that way.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but I guess if I have it every day, thousands of people say I hate,
Uh,
that probably is a different, level altogether. I want to believe it's the same principle. I still say, hey, 1,000 people don't like it, but 10 million did. I'll just be happy over here. You know,
yeah,
it
for that
doesn't.
reason, I think it's difficult.
It is. I completely understand that. No one wants to hear bad things, and it is horrible to see someone say something really rude on your social media, on your timeline. It is bizarre. Um,
Yeah.
my small advice is just don't worry about it too much. It's an easy thing to say, but just there was. I'll give you one example. One, it's not social media, but it's the best way to reply to the people like that. Do you remember Adam Lambert on American Idol?
No,
He's the
no,
singer
no, no.
for Queen now. He's the singer in the band Queen. Very, very, very famous singer off American Idol. And he is now singing for the band Queen, the Bohemian Rhapsody band. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so he was a very big singer, and he became the front man for Queen. So incredible. On the next season of American Idol, he came back as one of the mentors for the show. So he was teaching the new students about, helping them. And you remember on American Idol, Simon Cowell, he would always say something very nasty to all the contestants. He would always say
Okay.
angry things. And one of the contestants came to him and said, I'm going to sing this song. And Adam Lambert said, why? Why that song? Why not this one? And the guy said, oh, I wanted to do this one. But Simon Cowell said, no, don't do that. And Adam Lambert said, oh, Simon. And in that moment, I was like, oh my God, that is the way you take away all the power from a bully. You just go, oh, Simon. And it's
Really?
gone. Yeah, I still get goosebumps when I remember it. So, for example, Donald Trump, the next time Donald Trump says something crazy, or Maduro,
All
or
time. Yes.
all the time, right? So the next
Yes.
time he does it, just go, oh, Donald. And you will take away all his power because he won't know what to do, because no one says that to Donald Trump. No one does this to a bully. Everyone just
Oh,
reacts to the bully, as opposed to just going, oh, please. No one does that to Donald Trump. Everyone feels like they have to have an opinion. They have to say something. And it was the same with Simon Cowell on American Idol. He was the last word always. What he said was the final answer. And so Adam Lambert in this one moment removed that from being possible. I love that. So with these haters, all you have to do is just whatever their name is. Oh, Simon.
Simon. Okay,
You'll
okay, good
feel better.
advice.
You'll feel
You should share with all the
That's right.
artists you're
Oh, welcome,
talking
boys
to.
and girls. Welcome to the Heavenly Chocolate Tea Party. Of course, Tommy will be there. Of course, she's there. She's waiting for you. She wants to see you so much. But be careful. The sparkling Candyman.